I want to welcome those of you who are attending this afternoon. Welcome to our information session for the MSc, the Masters of Science in Information Technology, offered by the Department of Computer Science, Mathematics, and Physics within the Faculty of Science and Technology. I am the head of department, Dr. Michelle Gittins, and with me today, I have the coordinator for the program, Dr. Curtis Gittins, and he will be sharing with us today. As you may know, the program is offered, it has been offered in the past, and we will be restarting it in September 2022. And we look forward to having you join us as we take our journey towards an exciting program in information technology to get you to those careers that are exciting and cutting edge. So without further ado, I will hand you over to Dr. Curtis Gittins. Thank you very much.
Hi, thank you very much, Dr. Gittins. Good evening, everyone. I'm glad you could make it this evening. So yes, I'm going to give you an overview of the Masters in IT program in this information session. We're going to keep it compact so that you'll be able to have any questions answered at the end of the session, and you'll be able to know what is going on and what our plans are. So the discussion this evening is going to be on the Masters of Science and the Postgraduate Diploma in Information Technology. These are related programs that we have designed at the University of the West Indies Cayfield campus, where you can basically stage your growth, where you don't have to jump in at the Masters in IT, Masters level. You can also come in at the postgraduate level, but we'll talk about that a bit later. So in terms of what we're going to cover, thank you again for coming. The welcome that was given by the head of the department. We're going to look at our core values and the promise that we have at the University of Cayfield, University of the West Indies Cayfield campus, in terms of delivering our services in the form of education and higher education. We're going to give you a brief overview of the program, its entry requirements. We'll give you a sample of the courses and the curriculum. We're going to highlight a couple of the courses that make up the program and give you a brief glimpse of the future plans and let you know how much the program itself costs. So here at the university, our goal is to serve all of our students, staff, all of our stakeholders. We want to be attentive to their needs, and that's why we always focus on developing an educational product that is germane to the desires and goals of our stakeholders. We want to do that in an efficient way, so we want to remove any barriers that may exist to potential clients and students in the pursuit of higher education. And we want to do that in a thoughtful and courteous manner so that any questions, any lingering doubts or any issues that may arise, we want to make sure that all of those are dealt promptly and dealt with sensitivity, because we know the investment that's required in higher education is not a trivial one, and that the decisions that we have to balance when we're making that decision to pursue further education as a more mature student or as a young student recently graduated, there are a lot of factors that go into this. And we at the University of the West Indies in the IT program, Masters IT program in the CMP department, we want to be your partner in this. We want to facilitate your education, your future education. And we want to do this in a way that you feel that you are involved in the process. This isn't something that's going to be happening to you, but that you are taking control of your life and in pursuing your education. So all that we do will make sure that as you embark on this next step in furthering your education, that we will be attentive to your needs. We will do so efficiently, and we will do so in a caring and courteous manner. So why would you choose the University of the West Indies? Well, the University of the West Indies is the #1 university in the Caribbean. It's a world-class university that's accredited, and it's right here within the region. So you, as a Barbadian or as a member of the Caribbean, you have the advantage of being able to attend world-recognized university right in your backyard. And we are growing at the University of the West Indies, and in Cave campus, we are constantly seeking to evolve and expand our educational product to meet the ever-changing goals and ever-changing environment that exists there in terms of cutting-edge technologies and all the unique problems that seek ingenious and innovative solutions. So we at the University of the West Indies, KFL campus, seek to continue to provide the education that's needed to not just for today, but for the future. And so you can be confident that in attending the master's program at the university, you will have the opportunity to study and learn about the technologies and the solutions that are available through this program that you can then apply to go beyond what you are, where you are now in your career. We will show you that you could have a strong career path going forward, and that you will be able to reap significant benefits from attending the University of the West Indies here. So our brand promise to you is that by attending and registering for the Masters in IT program, you will have increased professional reach because you have chosen to become part of a network of professionals who have gone before you in previous incarnations of our master's programs, from the e-commerce program to our computing innovations programs. All the graduates from those previous programs and now the MSc and IT program are all part of a network who form a global network, an international network, both regionally and internationally, and all spheres of life, from education right up to high-tech firms, international global Fortune 500 firms. Our prior students are playing a role in all of these industries and all of these areas. And so you will become part of that community, and you will be able to leverage that network, which will increase the opportunities for your career and expand on any other opportunities that you deem fit. There are also guaranteed returns being part of this program and enrolling in this program, because you, with the higher degree that you have obtained, you will be eligible for promotion, which leads to increased remuneration. You will be exposed to greater opportunities, and you will also have the opportunity to become decision makers. You will play the role of a person who is leading and not a person who is following. So you will find that upon completing the MSc in IT, that your purview and the opportunities that you have will expand significantly. We have strong relationships. We have a strong personal brand. We have been doing this for years. You know, the University of the West Indies itself is over 60 years old, and the University KFL campus is over 50 years old. We have developed and designed courses that meet the needs and exceed the needs of our stakeholders. We have been involved in projects that rely on our significant skill and knowledge of our faculty, and there's the same faculty on our learning partners who also teaching these courses. Their significant experience is brought to bear in a program so that you are able to learn and gain and leverage their wealth of knowledge as part of the program itself. And this program also allows you to rejuvenate your current skill set. Those of you who have been in industry are out of, not having been studying for a while, you will find that this program brings you up to speed rather quickly on what new technologies are. It would help you bring to bear and those skills that you've already gleaned over your years in industry and in your companies, and that you will bring that knowledge and what you learn within the program will enhance your existing skills and knowledge, so that when you complete this program, you will have more confidence in the role that you play in your company. You will see significant opportunities within your organization and company where you're at, so that you could actually lead the innovation change that's necessary within your company to help it move forward. So you will become a significant player within your organization as a person who has learned and been exposed to new technologies and areas. So with that, I'll give you an overview of what the program is. As I mentioned before, you see the program is a forward-thinking program. This is not something that we're looking at the present, but our program uses the present, leverages what's happening in the present to prepare you for the future. So that's what we are focusing on, preparing you as a graduate of the program for the future and what lies ahead. So you'll build a practical skill set. And all of our courses have a significant practical component to them. So we don't have you sitting down talking and studying, doing case studies and evaluating scenarios, but you're actually building systems that reflect what you've learned, okay? And you're actually working on real world problems. As a result, your knowledge and your experience will be significantly expanded. So as I mentioned previously, we have two components. There are two parts to our program, our graduate programs. We have the Master's of Science degree and we have a Postgraduate Diploma. And we've built this program this way so that you can graduate, you could step up depending on your prior experiences we will talk about in terms of the entry requirements. But you will have the opportunity to either take the Postgraduate Diploma, right, and then upgrade to your Master's of Science degree if you choose, or you could start immediately into the Master's of Science program. In both cases, all of these programs use blended learning. And this was our blended learning approach predates the pandemic. This has been something we've been doing. The program has been designed for that out of the box. It was never something that came about as a result of the pandemic. It is something that we've built in. So we have that flexibility, recognizing that those who are will be candidates for this program are career professionals who have jobs, full-time jobs. And as a result, we built in that flexibility in the program from the get-go so that you do not necessarily have to be physically there for all the courses, for all the sessions, but we have the blended component in there as well. So that is something that is already there. Your flexibility and your accessibility has been thought of and built into the program. And we also ensure that the program contains cutting-edge courses, and the projects that you'll be involved in and the projects that you will develop will also have a significant cutting-edge component to it. So how do you get into the program? It's quite simple, really. If you have a lower second class honors degree in computer science or IT, you are eligible to enter the program. And we stipulate this as an entry requirement because of the hands-on nature of this program. You have to be comfortable and confident in your ability to create software and create systems, which is something that it comes from a CS or IT background. And those who do not have a CS and IT degree, but have significant experience in a CS or IT field, and have a lower second class degree qualification in some other area, we will still evaluate you for acceptance on a case-by-case basis. So if you want to upskill or if you want to make a lateral move to the CS and IT area through the Postgraduate Diploma or MScIT, we have provided a pathway for you. It may require some upskilling in terms of additional courses, or you may be able to enter the program based on the level of experience that you have within your industry practice as an industry professional. So let's take a look at the curriculum and some of the courses. Our program currently has 5 specializations. Well, they're actually 4 specializations: web development, mobile applications and enterprise systems, and a blockchain specialization. You're going to be onboarding a machine learning specialization within the next year. So those who enroll in the 2022 to 2023 academic year, you will have that option and you would be able to undertake a machine learning specialization if that is your desire. So our program structure is fairly simple. We have 9 core courses that everyone takes. So those core courses form the foundation on which everything else is built. And you then have to take your specializations based on what you want to focus on. So like I said, you take your web development, mobile apps, and so on, and your specialization courses are then available for you. We now have 14 specialization courses based on our specializations that exist, but we will expand those specialization courses because we're going to be adding machine learning to it. You only need to take 4 specialization courses to have your specialization in whichever area you want. And those courses are available online for you to peruse. Now, in terms of the credit load, the postgraduate diploma is 24 credits in total, and that will take you anywhere from 12 to 18 months. 12 months full-time, 18 months part-time. The master's degree is 44 credits, and that will take you anywhere from 18 months to 30 months. 18 months approximately if you do it full-time, and up to 30 months depending on your load if you want to do that as a part-time program. Okay. So some of the courses that we have in the program, we have Android and iOS development. Mobile computing is still very much part of our society, and it's a key component to all the technological innovations that we are experiencing, from home, food delivery, down to monitoring our heart, to monitoring our blood sugar, social media, and so on. Everything is done in a mobile world. And we also see an expansion in the mobile environment to virtual reality and augmented reality, with devices being used for augmented reality systems and virtual reality systems as well. So mobile and Android and iOS development is a key component of the world today. And that goes hand in glove with cloud computing, where everything is done online in the cloud. AI, a lot of machine learning work, all machine learning work is done in the cloud. And so you cannot develop any cutting edge or innovative technology without these 3 components: Android, cloud, and machine learning. Now, the value of our program is we do not stop there. We have interaction design, because of great importance is the user experience when using any innovative system. And to create a fulfilling user experience is key to a successful product. So the technological backend that underpins or the foundation is not enough to ensure success. The user experience is key, and we recognize that. And so we have a course called Interaction Design, where you learn how to create a meaningful user experience and user interface. As well, we have big data analytics. So we take care of the data science component that we're seeing more and more companies within the Caribbean requiring data analytics as they realize the value that can be leveraged from data analytics. And we have had this built into our program from its inception back in 2018 when the program was launched. We had the data analytics program. And another part of this thing, of the program that's key, is Internet of Things. We have edge computing as part of the whole discussion in terms of cloud computing and devices that exist on the edge. These the monitors and the sensors that people use to help determine, how many parking spaces are being used, how many people are within a building and so on. There are lots of applications for IoT, and we've had this as part of our program from the get-go. So these are just 6 of the courses that we do in this program. And like I said, there are 14 specialization courses that we haven't even talked about, but they're under the machine learning umbrella, they're under the cloud computing and analytics umbrella. So there's a rich set of courses for you to choose from that will not just satisfy your interests, but equip you for the future and put you in a strong position to be the innovator and to be the change maker that you want to be when it comes to making changes within your organization, or to strike out to become an entrepreneur. So I just want to give you guys, as we begin to wrap up, some idea of the work that has been developed through this program. And I'm just going to show you the recent projects, and these are some of the titles of the projects that have been done by the recent graduates of the MScIT program. As you can see here, the first one we have listed here is an example of using Internet of Things. And this is IoT parking spot monitoring and analysis project, where the student basically created, used a cell phone. So she took the cell phone, created a module that transformed that cell phone into basically an IoT monitoring spot. So they use a camera in this cell phone to take the picture of the license plate of the car that was parked, and then was able to monitor how long that car was parked in the spot to evaluate, and then you'll be able to monitor multiple spots to be able to determine how the parking spots are being used. And not only did she create the device that did the IoT device that did the monitoring, she then also created the entire application, the web-based application that did all of the analysis. So it analyzed the license plate, so converted the license plate, stored it, and then analyzed parking spot usage as well. We also had another student that again used cameras and so on to monitor traffic volume, and they did an analysis of turning movements at intersections, because when it comes to junctions in Barbados, we don't have those nice engineered junctions, four-way stops, clean rectangle four-way stops. We have a lot of odd junctions throughout the country. So, and they're unsignalized, that is, there are no stop lights. So he did an analysis to using computer vision to analyze cars and their turning habits and the turning movements, and to count how many cars are turning left and right and so on, so that you can help analyze the traffic management patterns. And so you can then determine whether you need to add signals to these intersections. And then there are other ones in terms of disaster management, creating a mobile application to help with disaster management in terms of notifying people which hurricane shelter is closest to them, and if it's full and if it's safe to travel there and so on. We also have one where you use your phone, created a mobile app where you can use your phone to determine how many people are at certain locations. So this application, when you have this application installed on your phone basically becomes a reporting device that says you are at such and such a location. So during COVID, during the pandemic, this allowed you to know if you wanted to travel to a certain location, if the number of people there have exceeded the maximum, the capacity limit necessary allowed for that location, so you know whether you should turn up there or not. Then we have another disaster management system. This one is where you can create an ad hoc wireless network that will allow you to communicate if in case of an emergency. We also had a blockchain solution where a person used non-fungible tokens to determine if your degree is a valid degree or not. So it's a way of you verifying your credentials, your degrees that you have, verifying your credentials using non-fungible tokens. And then another student actually set up an automated system in St. Vincent to analyze and to do early warning, create an early warning system for St. Vincent. So curriculum coming to an end. So these are just some of the career options that are available to you. You move from being a team leader to being management. So you become a decision maker, you become a director, you become a CIO, you become a CTO. You could move up to becoming a senior development engineer, IT manager. There's just a number of options that you have where you could actually accelerate your career path and move up from where you are now to senior level management positions. And then in terms of what this all means in terms of costs, the master's degree is currently $15,000 US dollars, 30,000 Barbados, and postgraduate diploma is $11,000 in cost. And these, like I said, range from the time taken is anywhere from 18 months to 30 months for the master's, and anywhere from 12 to 24 months for your postgraduate diploma. Now, if you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to us The email is the CMP MSc coordinator. This is the email address right here, CMP MSc coordinator at kfil.ue.edu, or you can contact us through any of these numbers listed above, and you can visit the KFIL website for more details. So I encourage you to apply today, and if you have any questions, like I said, feel free to contact us. Thank you for attending, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask at this time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Gittins. Are there any questions coming from our attendees?
I have a question.
Yes, Mr. Garner.
In terms of the signing up to do the course,
Yes.
is it too late, or can you still register to do it in September?
No, it's not. It is not too late. Applications, I believe, are being accepted into July. Obviously, you want to apply as soon as possible. You don't want to wait until that time, but we are still accepting applications.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. I also wanted to make the audience aware that there's currently a partial scholarship that is available to be applied. It's called the ORAN. I will just get it is the ORAN Family Trust Scholarship, and it is open for successful Barbadian applicants to this program. However, there is one of these scholarships, and it once you have been accepted, the scholarship would supply $8,000 as a contribution to your overall tuition. There are some there are some specifics that have to be met, and you can discuss these with grad studies. I will place a link to it in the chat. Are there any other questions? I see some familiar names here. So if you have any questions that may occur to you after the talk is over, feel free to contact us. Dr. Gittins would have given the CMP coordinator address. You can also feel free to visit our website for the department and contact us there. Our numbers and contact information are on the slide, and the address is right here for you. Okay, you can also call the office at any of these numbers. Preferably, I would say you should call 417-4365 or 417-4364. Okay, if there are no other questions, I will say thank you very much for attending and taking the step to your future in thinking forward for your career. Thank you very much.